Hi, I'm Keely with Roundtable Radio, and today I'm going to be talking about traveling. I personally have been to over 14 different countries. Some of my favorite countries I have been to are Costa Rica, Mexico, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Czech Republic, and Italy. Some of my favorite parts of traveling are getting to leave Houston, getting to leave the United States, and just leaving my room and escaping the heat because we all know how hot it gets here during the summer. And it's always something that I can look forward to year-round. Another one of my favorite parts is going to museums. I used to hate going to museums whenever I was younger because it was just like, why am I standing in this big, giant building with paintings on the wall? Like, this is so boring. I'd rather be doing anything else other than being here. But now that I'm older, I have realized that it was better for me in the long run because I can say that I have been to the Mona Lisa, the Last Supper, Statue of David, and I've seen the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, which not a lot of 14-year-olds can say. Some of my favorite memories of traveling is going to Costa Rica. Costa Rica is by far my favorite place I have ever been to. Usually, I'm not really a beach person because I get sunburnt really easily, but Costa Rica is just amazing. The water is perfect. The food is perfect. The weather, it's a little hot, but it's better than here. And I surfed for the first time this summer in Costa Rica, and the instructors were so nice, and they helped me, and I would say that I was the best in my family. Some might beg to differ, but I did really good. I did get stung by a jellyfish on my back, but that was the only downside because, still the best one in my family. Another one of my favorite memories is going to a hotel in Sevilla, Spain. I don't really remember what the hotel is called, but it was just probably the nicest hotel I've ever been to. The rooms were fantastic. Whenever you walked in, there was a red carpet, which I know might not seem all that awesome, but whenever you're a little kid, that's pretty cool to say that you've been able to walk on a red carpet. And it was like in the center of everything. Food was close, shopping was close. It was perfect. Now I'm here with my sister, Kaylin, who is a junior at St. Pius.
Hey!
So Kaylin, what are some of your favorite memories from traveling?
Some of my favorite memories from traveling is when we went to Gleneagles, which is in Scotland, and it is just a beautiful, scenic hotel. My parents shot skeet. We played with gun dogs. We did falcons. We shot archery. I was actually surprisingly really good at it.
I was better.
No, I was better.
Sure. I hit bullseyes, you didn't.
I hit bullseyes too.
Okay.
And then, so that was a really good place that I went to. Oh, and we ATV'd. That was super fun. And then...
She hit a tree.
I did not hit a tree. And then I also love Italy because, the food is just, so good. The pasta, mwah, it's my favorite thing. And... yeah, and then I also love Costa Rica. Just, laying on the beach, relaxing, having fun. And, it's just so much fun being in the sun. We did an ATV tour there, and I actually got to drive my own ATV. I accidentally fell in the mud because I didn't hear the tour guide, and I got covered, but it was so fun. And then I got to swim in the ocean in this little cove that was, hidden. There were, hardly any people. It was so fun. And then also ziplining in Costa Rica is amazing. It's so great. And then we also whitewater tubed. Yeah, we went whitewater tubing in Costa Rica and it was so fun. So much fun.
Thank you, Kaylin. She actually named some of my favorite things too that I didn't mention. I love eating food, which might sound a little weird, but my dream job whenever I was little was actually to be a food critic, and in 4th grade, my entire journal was covered of pictures of me eating food in foreign countries. I know that me and my sister just named so many amazing things that have happened to us during traveling, but not everything is really good. Whenever I was 7, I think, we were in Paris, and I wasn't really paying attention, and I kind of almost got left in the metro station. Like, the doors were closing, and I didn't realize it, and my sister grabbed me and, like, yanked me in, and at first I thought that she was, like, mad at me because I thought she slapped me in the face, so I started crying, and everyone was asking my parents in French, like, is she okay? Is she okay? Like, I was fine, but I thought I got slapped in the face. But yeah, it turns out that I was actually about to get lost in the big city of Paris. Something else that is not great at all was whenever we were in Stresa, Italy, and this night was a hectic night. I had a lot of tea, and I was going a little crazy. I was, like, laughing hysterically at everything. And, like, that made it funny. So that night was actually going pretty well. And then it started pouring down rain. And we were eating outside. But we were, like, done with our food. So we were like, okay, we're just going to leave. And then we went into this little shop because we decided that it wasn't, like, safe for us to walk back. Because at this point, it was hailing. Like, it was raining so hard. And we went into this little shop. And they're like, no, we're actually closing. Like, you can't stay in here until the rain stops. Because it was supposed to rain, like, all night. So we were like, okay, fine, we'll just run back to the hotel. Do not run whenever it's hailing. So, basically, we were running on the sidewalk, and my dad had nice shoes on, and he didn't want to step in a puddle, so he decided to run on the road, and he saw this lady who lived there walking on the road, and he was like, if she can do it, I can do it. He could not do it. He saw a car coming, so he, like, got out of the way and stepped in a pothole, and his ankle was, like, on the side of it, so he snapped a ligament. He ended up actually being fine. He didn't have to get surgery, but my whole family thought that he broke his ankle, and it was just kind of crazy because, you know, we weren't in the United States. But the next day, this was a really small town, so there was only one taxi driver, and the closest hospital was like an hour away. So my parents went before me and my sister woke up, and yeah, he was fine, but they didn't have actual crutches. They only had those ones that, like, go up to your elbows. So he had to use a lot of upper body strength that day. Well, not that day, like the rest of the trip, because this happened on the second to last day of the trip. So we only had one more day and then we left. So it was fine. But he wasn't that happy about it, but he was a trooper. He went up a mountain with us, which was honestly really surprising because, you know, he kind of just tore a ligament in his ankle the night before. But he was just happy to be there. And then the last day, like the day that we left, my sister made us late to the airport, so we almost missed our flight. And my dad couldn't go fast, obviously, because he was on these little tiny crutches. And all of us were like, we're going to miss our flight out. Like, how are we going to get home? We have stuff to do at home. Like, what are we going to do? But we ended up getting, like, special service because my dad was hurt and he got a wheelchair. And we got to go, like, on our own special elevator. It was really cool, and we got to cut the lines. But if it wasn't for that one guy pushing my dad on the wheelchair, we would never have gone home. I'm like, obviously we would have gone home, but not that day. And another really big part of traveling was COVID, because we couldn't travel, and my family, we all love traveling. I think I made that pretty obvious. But being told that we can't leave our house was crazy because all we wanted to do was travel, which we couldn't. So it was just like, what are we going to do? Like the summer of 2020, we went to camp. There was a COVID outbreak, so then we had to go home. We got tested. We went to Florida, another COVID outbreak, had to get tested again, which now that I look back on it, probably wasn't smart for us to go to Florida. but my parents felt really bad that me and my sister got sent home early. COVID definitely hit the world hard because everything was shut down. Everyone was devastated. The economy just crashed and burned. And a lot of families haven't been able to come back from COVID. We're still in this global pandemic, and I hope that it ends very soon so I can get back to traveling and everyone's life can go back to semi-normal. Thank you so much for listening.